Hello, Assalamu alaikum. This is Ayaz again with his podcast by Ayaz. It's a very generic title right now, but we have to stick to it for a while until I actually come up with something more interesting. But, anyways, thanks to those people who have been sharing and subscribing to our channel. Thanks to Kama. She has been contributing and participating in our show. Um, and thanks to Dr. Shafqat. He actually participated in our podcast and shared some valuable knowledge and information regarding radiology. So thanks again. So today's show is about diabetes. And we have some really interesting questions for Dr. Farooq Ahmed, who has actually joined us from all the way from London, UK. And he has been a GP in Merton for last 23 years. And he specialized in ENT and diabetes. So our questions will be regarding diabetes today, and probably I'll have some questions regarding ENT, like ear, nose, and throat. But for now, we will be focused on diabetes. Okay, so to give some more details about Farooq, what he actually likes. He likes to read good books, freehand sketch and drawing he's into, and also he likes South Asian classical music. So he is a multidimensional personality and a very nice person. So our first question is for Dr. Farooq is it's a very simple, and this question butterflies inside everyone's mind. So जो ये डायबिटीज़ होती है इसे स्लो पॉइजन क्यों कहते हैं? शायद इसलिए कि ये धीरे धीरे इंसान को ख़त्म कर देती है. ये इरिवर्सिबल भी है और ये जिस तरीके से मैनिफेस्ट होती है बहुत ही माइनर सिम्टम्स होते हैं. इंसान प्री डायबिटिक हो जाता है, फिर उसके बाद डायबिटिक हो जाता है, फिर उसे वही जनरल सेट ऑफ रेजिमेन ऑफ मेडिसिन उन्हें दी जाती है. उसमें मेटफॉर्मिन है, ग्लिमोफ्राइड है, कोलेस्ट्रॉल की मेडिसिन होती है. फिर उसके बाद आप माइनर डोज ऑफ क्या कहते हैं माइल्ड डोज ऑफ एस्प्रिन भी आप ले रहे होते हैं. जो लोग ब्लड प्रेशर के वो होते हैं वो कोलेस्ट्रॉल मेडिसिन ले रहे होते हैं, ब्लड प्रेशर की कोई और भी उन्हें मेडिसिन दी जाती है. सो ये जो है बहुत ही कॉमन सी जैसे कहते हैं ड्रिल है. ये सारी दुनिया में यही ड्रिल है, ऐसे ही काम होता है डॉक्टर फ़ारूक, या फिर इसके लिए कुछ और बहुत ज़्यादा रिसर्च हो रही है अभी दुनिया में कि हमें नियर फ्यूचर में कुछ ऐसे मेडिसिन मिल जाएंगी जो ऐसे रिवर्स कर सकेंगे इस डिज़ीज़ को? बिकॉज लोग ज़्यादातर ये कहते हैं कि वर्कआउट करो, तो वर्कआउट करने से जो है पॉसिबिलिटी है कि ये डिज़ीज़ रिवर्स हो जाए. लेकिन मेरे सामने एक केस ऐसा है जिसने मेडिसिन छोड़ दी थी और वो वर्कआउट पर वो चले गए थे वो साहब. और एक केस नहीं और 2-3 ऐसे केसेस हैं और फिर वो एग्रीवेट हो गई थी उनकी सिचुएशन, वो वर्स हो गई थी सिचुएशन. सो जो लोग ऐसा कर रहे हैं कि जो मेडिसिन को छोड़ देते हैं समझते हैं मैं वर्कआउट करके ये करके जो है इस मेडिसिन को मैं बीट कर दूँगी, सॉरी इस डिज़ीज़ को मैं बीट कर दूँगी, तो वो लोग गलती पर हैं. और डॉक्टर फ़ारूक अभी इसे कंफर्म भी कर देंगे. तो बताएं आप क्या कहते हैं?
Thank you, Ayaz, for a great intro. You're very kind. I can see you've done some great work so far already, and hopefully this chat on diabetes can be a small, perhaps play a small role in improving people's understanding of the process and the disease of diabetes. Now, sadly, it's a kind of rising disease, especially amongst the South Asian communities here in the UK, but of course in US, Canada, and worldwide. It's a disease linked with obesity, and especially the kind of obesity we talk about is something called central obesity. So fat around the main organs, जैसे कि आपके किडनी के इर्द गिर्द abdominal circumference increases and so on. So we should be aiming to keep ourselves as slim as possible, and of course keeping the waist in control. In terms of treatments, I think what's really important is to understand that being a diabetic is definitely not a death sentence. It can be reversed, and it can be put into what we call remission. And that's really possible more in the early stages of the disease. So within the first 6-7 years, you can go on to a low calorie diet, so many calories, 700-800 calories for, maybe perhaps 10-12 हफ्ते के लिए आप ये करें, और उसके बाद फिर you follow something जो हम कहते हैं Mediterranean diet. So that's a diet which is, high in fish, fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, grains, etc. तो उस तरह की डाइट से आप फिर मेंटेन कर सकते हैं. We have a number of patients, both in my clinic in South London, but also generally in the UK, where patients have managed to put their diabetes into remission. And then the problem is that, of course, पुरानी आदतें तो नहीं जाती हैं, तो आप फिर बैक टू नॉर्मल खाना पीना शुरू हो जाता है, तो उससे आप वापस फिर डायबिटीज़ की तरफ चले जा सकते हैं. तो दवाइयाँ तो ज़रूरी हैं, और एज ने जैसे बताया मेटफॉर्मिन है एंड ग्लिपराइड एंड सो ऑन. आजकल नई नई दवाइयाँ हैं, थिंग्स लाइक dapagliflozin, empagliflozin, which have a great benefit for protecting the kidneys and heart, and prevent heart failure and kidney failure, etc. तो वो ज़्यादा प्रिस्क्राइब होने लगी हैं. There's also an injection which has become extremely popular. आपने सुना होगा skinny jab. Elon Musk जैसे लोग जो हैं वो उसको प्रमोट करते हैं. So in the social media, it's a big thing, and a lot of patients of mine, they say, please doc, prescribe me the skinny jab. ऐसा नहीं है. हम diabetes patients वालों को, if appropriate, can prescribe these medications, and the way they work is they reduce your appetite, and they make you feel more satiated. आप फील करते हैं कि आप फुल हैं, और भूख कम होती है, तो उसकी वजह से फिर आपका वेट गिर जाता है. तो दिस इज़ एन इम्पोर्टेंट वे ऑफ ट्रीटिंग डायबिटीज़, लेकिन आई स्टिल बिलीव डाइट एंड एक्सरसाइज आर द की. आप डायबिटीज़ होने ना दें, प्रिवेंट डायबिटीज़, मूव मोर. और कोई ऐसा अनहोनी चीज़ मैं नहीं कह रहा कि यू हैव टू गो टू द जिम एवरी डे और एनीथिंग लाइक दैट, लेकिन 10-15 मिनट हर रोज़ आप वॉक करें, चलें. अगर घर में सीढ़ियाँ हैं तो ऊपर नीचे जाएं, and perhaps walking for briskly for 4 minutes, according to new research, shows that you will increase your lifespan by 4 years. तो 4 मिनट आप तेज़ी से भागें, दौड़ें, जल्दी से चलें, is not a bad thing, and it will achieve the desired results and do it in a really productive, quick way.
Great. Thanks for joining us and providing us so much important and valuable information regarding this subject, this topic about diabetes. So, जो next question है, और इसे मैं कहता हूँ, it is the more important part and more interesting part of our podcast, कि जिसमें हम डिस्कस करेंगे जो डायबिटीज़ से जो रिलेटेड मिथ्स हैं, है ना, वो कहानियाँ जो इसके साथ मंसूब हैं कि ऐसा करने से ऐसा हो जाता है, ऐसा कर लोगे तो ऐसा हो जाएगा, घरेलू टोटके और सारी चीज़ें, होम्योपैथिक मेडिसिन, फिर होलिस्टिक मेडिसिन, फिर लोग उसका कॉम्बिनेशन बना लेते हैं। फिर कुछ लोग कहते हैं नहीं होम्योपैथी मेरे लिए वर्क करी, कुछ कहते हैं नहीं जनरल मेडिसिन मेरे लिए वर्क करती है, कुछ कहते हैं नहीं होलिस्टिक मेडिसिन जो हैं घरेलू टोटके जो हैं वो वर्क करते हैं। तो आप क्या कहते हैं इस बारे में?
Thanks, Ayaz, for this interesting question. ये ज़ाहिर है अब हमारे कल्चर में हर तरह की चीज़ें हैं कि तबीयत ख़राब है तो गर्म दूध में हल्दी मिला के पी लो and that sort of stuff. There is a little bit of truth in all of this, and we shouldn't discount all of this, on face value. But of course, if somebody has diabetes, they should go and see their healthcare professional and get it properly evaluated and work with them to achieve the desired results. उसके ऊपर से अगर आपको कुछ करना है तो why not? And I'm all for herbal medication as long as it's working as complementary medicine, so working with, alongside standard, allopathic, ये जो भी आप कहें, standard medication from your doctor or diabetologist. जहाँ तक टोटके वगैरह का ख्याल है तो generally there is this feeling that honey is a good thing. Of course, honey अच्छा है आपके लिए, लेकिन if you are diabetic and have been for some time, then perhaps you need to avoid that because it is very high in sugar. And if you are having a little bit of honey because you want to follow in the footsteps of the Prophet, etc., then perhaps take a very small amount and not every day. In terms of homeopathic medications, I'm not aware of anything which is going to be really beneficial. But generally, good health includes a lot of other things as well, such as diet and exercise, which we've talked about, but also, mental well-being, talking to friends, doing those exercises with buddies and friends will just generally lift your mood and make you happy, and you might actually stave off ill effects of diabetes, such as heart disease, kidney failure, strokes. There is an important thing to discuss, which is diabetes distress. So it's a kind of depression which is very common amongst diabetics. It's the depression of the disease itself, if you like. So how can we lift people up to lead full and successful lives is by being more holistic, include a good diet, छोटे मोटे टोटके करने आप करें, as long as it makes you happy and fulfills you. You do it as a family. आप सब अच्छा खाना खाएं, walk पे जाएं, do a bit of exercise, run with friends, etc. To lead a healthy, happy, and hopefully more fulfilled life.
Thanks, Dr. Farooq, for your time and joining my podcast. Really, you have shared some important and valuable information regarding diabetes, its remedies, treatment, precautions. You have actually given us some information regarding those associated stories and myths, and also we have discussed those complementary medicine, holistic treatments, homeopathy and general medicine, and good thing you don't reject any one of them because they're all have some positive effect in their own way. So you basically created a balance among those, like general medicine with homeopathy, and then this again, holistic medicine. So you said, okay, if you think it is working out for you, so go ahead and do it. That's not a problem. A lot of physicians, though, actually say, no, it's not a good idea. It will create a conflict or something. I also understand that part, that sometimes it does, but a lot of time it has to do with faith. So I'll keep my conversation short because I have to wrap up this podcast.